Hola y buenos días. Yo soy el señor Morris, el maestro de español. Today we're going to have a spelling dictation activity and go back to what we did during our first lesson of this unit and review the school personnel that we've discussed. Then we'll learn about some of the other people who work in the schools and start to look at the subjects that you study in school. Let's go ahead and prepare for our spelling dictation activity by watching this video on the alphabet. Pongan atención y repitan todos.
A. América. B. Biblioteca. C. Ciudad. Che. Chico. D. Dos. E. Escuela. F. Familia. G. Gobierno. H. Hospital. I. Iberia. J. Juego. K. Kilo. L. Libro. Y. Llama. M. México. N. 9. Ñ. Ñoclo. O. Oficina. P. Policía. Q. 15. R. Restaurante. R. Correos. S. 7. T. Tío. U. 1. B. 20. W. Washington. X. Xilófono. Y. Yo. Z. Zoológico.
Muy bien. Now, before we begin our spelling dictation activity, I'd like to go ahead and sing our greeting song. Canten conmigo. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo están ustedes? ¿Cómo se sienten? Yo me siento bien. ¡Hey! Muy bien cantado. Well, I tell you what, to start off with today, I'd like for everyone to take out a piece of scratch paper or your Spanish notebooks and something to write with. Now, I'm going to tell you some letters in Spanish, and I want to see if you can recognize the letters and write them down and spell a word as I spell it out for you. ¿Listos? Okay, here we go. The first letter, and listen because we're going to do this fast. M. M. De México. Did you get la M? There it is. M. Okay, here we go. A. A. That's a vowel sound, right? A. Did you write down la? A. Okay, how about this one? E. E. Eh? Did you write down la? E. And don't confuse this with A. This is E. It's a short sound. Okay, this one should be pretty easy. S. 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 Did you get la S? Okay. How about T? T. De tío. T. Did you get la T? Okay. T. How about ere? Ere. De restaurante. Ere. La ere. Okay. Y o. O. Another vowel sound. O. That one should be pretty easy. My mouth forms the shape of the letter O. Es la O. And if you put all of those letters together, you should get the word. Here it is. Let's see. Maestro. Maestro. Yeah, and that's a perfect segue into a review of the school personnel that we discussed during Lesson 1. I tell you what, do you guys want to do another word of the day? Want to? Okay. This is a listening activity. It's an educational purpose, okay? Whenever I say the word maestro. Maestro. I want everyone to say, ole. Okay? Everybody say ole. Ole. Let's give it a try. Ready? Maestro.
Ole!
Okay, good. I tell you what. Now, let's go ahead and begin our review. Here's the new question that we introduced in our first class of this unit. ¿Quién trabaja en la escuela? Who works in the school? Well, let's have a look at some of the people that we've discussed so far. Okay. These first two people that we talked about, okay, they're the people who are like in charge of the whole school. That's right, they're responsible for the day-to-day operation of the school. If it's a man, we call him el director, right? And you should have that. If it's a woman, what do we call her? Do you remember? La directora. Well, this is the person that you see in your classroom right now, right? Your teacher. En español se le dice el maestro.
Ole!
Yeah, all right. Just wanted to see if you guys are listening. If it's a woman, we call her la maestra. La maestra, right? Now, this is the person that makes sure that all of the notes go out to the students. She is arguably one of the most important people in the school, as are all of the school personnel, right? This word is a cognate. En español se le dice la secretaria. La secretaria. And that's almost the same as the English word, isn't it? The secretary. Now, this is the person that helps you get books to borrow or check out, right? En español se dice el bibliotecario. El bibliotecario. Or if she is a female, la bibliotecaria, right? Well, you should have all of those in your notes already. I hope you've gotten those copied down from your activity sheet and stuff. But these aren't the only people who work in the school, are they? Can you think of any other people who work in your school? Well, there's still quite a few. Here are some that I thought of. Okay? This person, or these people, work to maintain the school clean and in good condition. Si es un hombre, if it's a man, se le dice el portero. El portero. And you'll want to get this into your notebooks, okay, guys? El portero. Who thinks they can figure out what this person is called if it's a woman? If it's a man, it's el portero. And if it's a woman, la portera. La portera. And I hope you're getting these into your notes, okay? Well, now, if you eat breakfast or lunch at school, you probably see this person every day. This is the person who cooks the food. Si es un hombre, se le dice el cocinero, if it's a man. El cocinero. And if it's a woman, she's called la cocinera. La cocinera. Now, in some of your classrooms, there may be someone other than your teacher who helps out, right? If it's a man, he is called el ayudante. Go ahead and get this one copied down. El ayudante. Okay? Si es mujer, if it's a woman, se le dice la ayudante. Now, you probably noticed that on this one, the ending of the word doesn't change, but the article does from el to la. And this word here, ayudante, ayudante, it comes from the word ayudar, which means to help. So an ayudante is a helper. El ayudante ayuda el maestro.
Ole!
Yeah, okay. Want to see if you're listening. Ahora quiero que repasen otra vez con este video. Presten atención y repitan todos. La escuela. El director. La secretaria.
El maestro. La bibliotecaria. El portero. La cocinera. El ayudante.
Muy bien. So now we've talked about the people who work in the school. Well, what about you guys? You work in the school too, don't you? What do you do? Well, you study and learn. So now I have a question in Spanish. ¿Qué materias llevan en la escuela? Okay. What materials do you carry or do you take in school? Here are some of the answers that you may give for this question. Okay, if you're studying numbers and stuff, you study matemáticas. Go ahead and get these down in your notebooks. Matemáticas. That's pretty easy because it's almost the same. Okay, now if you do science, right, like with test tubes and microscopes and experiments and all, that is ciencias naturales, or natural sciences. Okay, go ahead and get that written down. Ciencias naturales, as opposed to this, which are social studies, right? When you study other countries, history, the world, those are social studies. In Spanish, they are ciencias sociales, or social sciences, as opposed to natural sciences. Okay, if you study Español, Inglés, English, you study languages, that would be lenguaje. Lenguaje. And that sounds almost like language, doesn't it? These are kind of easy because they're almost, a lot of them are cognates. How about this one? Arte. Arte. Yeah, and that's really easy. Coloring, painting, creating. Arte. Or if you play an instrument, música. Música. Yeah, the drums, the trumpet. Okay. How about this one? Educación física. Education física. Physical education. Yeah, PE. Or you guys might even study this in your schools. Computación. Computación. Computers. Well, we're going to go over that again, but to help you review, I'd like for you all to go over the subjects again with this video. Pongan atención y repitan todos.
Las materias. Matemáticas. Ciencias naturales. Ciencias sociales. Lenguaje. Arte. Música. Educación física. Computación.
Okay. Hopefully you've been getting all of those things into your notes. If you don't get a chance to complete your notes while I'm introducing the materials, you can probably finish them up when we're going through the roll-ins, through the videos, and you can work with your classmates to make sure that you have all of those. Well, today we have 2 activity sheets, right? The first one is called La Escuela Número 2, or the second La Escuela activity sheet. Go ahead and start off by writing your name up at the top of the paper. Roberto. That's my name. The directions. Look at the illustrations, unscramble the words below them, and write the answer on the line. This is pretty much like what we did last time, isn't it? Okay? We've got these people up here. We've got these people down here. Hopefully they're pretty easy to recognize. Well, let's go ahead and do one of these, okay? I'll help you get started. This first guy, oh, he's got his apple in his hand here. El molestar. Do you know what that one is? Go ahead and write it down if you think you know it. I think I know it. I think he is... I think he is el maestro.
Ole!
Okay. Well, you've got several more that we introduced last time, and we've got these new people that we talked about this time. Now, the second activity sheet for today is called ¿Qué materias llevan en la escuela? Or what subjects do you take in school? Remember to write your name at the top. I hope that you're proud of the work that you're doing and want to put your name on it. Roberto. Now, listen's pretty easy. It says, draw a line from the subject name to the corresponding picture. Okay? We have all of the pictures over here that we looked at today, and here are all of the subjects. Well, you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can say, okay, matemáticas, I'm going to find that picture here. Or you can come over here and say, well, música, I know which one that is, because that's really easy. That's a cognate. So I'm going to draw a line from música right up to the picture. Okay? So you can do it either way, whatever's most convenient for you. And if you don't have those in your notes yet, you might want to go ahead and add those to your notes. Okay? And you can do those whenever your teacher gives you time, whether it's at the end of today's lesson, later in the day, or to take them home. You might even want to do those as a class. Muy bien. Today we reviewed the school personnel from our first lesson and learned about some of the other people who work in the school. We also talked about the subjects that you study in school. Next lesson, we'll start to talk about some of the places in and around your school. Pero ahora, es hora de despedirnos. It's time to say goodbye. For our goodbye song today, let's sing the new song that we sang last time. It's called El Rancho Grande, and it goes like this. Allá en el Rancho Grande, allá donde vivía. This is a ranchero you can say, ¡ajá! Había una rancherita que alegre me decía, que alegre me decía. Te voy a hacer tus calzones como los que usa ranchero. Te los comienzo de lana, te los acabo de cuero. Now, if you guys get a chance to go over your activity sheets and your notes again, that's a good idea. If you get a chance to work on your bulletin boards that we've included in the Learning Partner Guidelines, now would be a good time to start working on those, maybe putting some of those up around your room or maybe outside your classroom so that everyone else in your school will know that you're studying Spanish. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Keep practicing your Spanish. Until our next class. Adiós. Allá en el Rancho Grande. Ay.